Time to thaw yourself out with a half hour of high-flying highlights. Welcome to another edition of Naperville Sports Weekly. I'm your host, Kim Pierce. Less than a month ago, Naperville Central star basketball player Trinity Jones set a new school record, racking up 43 points in a single game. In the most recent edition of the Crosstown Classic, that record was in danger of being broken by Trinity Jones herself. Let's get to the highlights of the Redhawks taking on the Huskies.
It's time for another Crosstown Classic matchup as the Naperville North Huskies take on the Naperville Central Redhawks. Last season, both teams split the regular season series with road victories. Now, both teams are off to an impressive 7-1 start. Naperville North is on a 2-game winning streak, while Naperville Central is one ahead with a 3-game winning streak. Redhawk Annabelle Kreitzer gets the block and looks to push the pace. Kreitzer throws it up court to Trinity Jones, who lays it in. The Husky offense gets things going as Emma Gilvitis finds Sydney Smith in the corner for the tray ball. North ties the game up at 6 after back-to-back threes from Smith. After a defensive stop, Jones is bringing up the ball for the Redhawks. She splits the two Husky defenders while attacking the basket before passing to senior Aaron Hackett for 3. Later in the quarter, Hackett passes to Colette McInerney to avoid the Husky trap. McInerney bounces it to Annabelle Kreitzer for the layup. Central leads 11-10. With the first quarter winding down, North's Ava Podkasic steps into her shot and drains the three-pointer. Going into the second quarter, the Huskies now lead 23-17. Midway through the second quarter, Redhawk Hackett sends the ball up to Jones, who drills the contested three-point shot. Central retakes the lead 26-23. North's Sam Kelly attacks the basket, swings it to the corner as Mia Podkasic hits the corner 3. The Huskies retake the lead 28-26 with less than 3 minutes until the half. Moments later, Husky Sydney Smith spins it to Sam Kelly near the logo. Kelly surges ahead and drops in the free throw line jumper. Going into the second half, North leads 37-29. Early in the third quarter, the Redhawk offense show off their nice ball movement as Jones gets into the lane and floats it in over 2 Husky defenders. Later in the quarter, Smith grabs the offensive board to keep the play alive for North. She dishes it over to Ava Podkasic for the 3-ball. The Huskies lead 42-38. Moments later, Hackett slashes into the paint before skipping it over to Jones, who knocks down another Redhawk tray ball. Central retakes the lead 46-44. The Redhawks look to extend their lead going into the fourth. Hackett lobs it over to McInerney, who passes to Caitlin Kreitzer for a 3-ball at the buzzer. Going into the final quarter, Central leads 57-46. Into the fourth quarter, the Redhawks continue to stay red hot as Hackett passes to Annabelle Kreitzer, who then sets up Hackett for the nice tray ball from the right corner. Husky Sam Kelly swings it out to Ava Podkasic, who drills the contested tray ball. The Huskies have life, trailing 64-49 with less than 6 minutes remaining. Trinity Jones continues her impressive performance after laying it in over the tough Husky defense while drawing the foul. Jones continues her stellar season tonight by breaking Naperville Central's single-game scoring record. The previous record was 43 points scored, held by Trinity Jones herself. And tonight, she broke her own record with 44 points on the board. After a strong second half, Naperville Central gets the big win over Naperville North, 83-51.
The ESPN student section is in full force for the Crosstown Classic as Naperville Central welcomes Naperville North to its home gym. The Huskies look to continue their strong start to the season, sitting at 5-2, while the Redhawks are fresh off an overtime win over Sycamore. After the Huskies get a defensive stop, Max Steele overheads to Carson Laughlin and goes off the glass. They stay aggressive on defense thanks to Jack Zitko swatting the ball out of harm's way. Zitko continues to disrupt the Hawks as he gets the steal and goes coast to coast to open up a 6-0 lead for the Dogs. The Redhawks need a score, so Nate Abrahamson dishes to Cooper Page on the wing, and he hits the three-pointer. Central works the ball around and in the perimeter, and Quinn Oath caps it off by driving and scoops it in to give the Hawks a 10-9 lead after one. 12-11 Hawks in the second quarter. That is until Jake Victor passes to Will Harvey, who shoots for three and count it. That puts the Huskies in front at 14-12. The Huskies go on a 12-2 run in the second quarter with a game of hot potato and a three-point basket by Victor. Halftime score is 22-12 Dogs. With the big deficit, the Hawks call up their guard TJ Hillman, whose three from way downtown is good. They needed that one. North keeps its foot on the gas with Laughlin attacking the Central defense and gets the hoop and the harm. It's 37-27 Dogs heading into the fourth. More defense on display from Central, and Hillman follows that with a breakaway and scores with the defender in his face. It's back to a single-digit game with the Hawks trailing 37-31. 38-31 Huskies, but Casey Cooper-Kawa changes that with another basket. This team will not go away. However, late in the game, insert Jack Zitko. He picks off the pass and takes it to the rim for the dagger, and a 44-33 win for the Huskies.
When we come back, we're checking in with a Naperville North alumni swimmer who's now making waves on the college sports scene.
Okay, 500 deluxe garden gnomes. Wow.
I only meant to order 5. There's not enough money in my account for these. I'm gonna get charged.
2 things I just can't deal with: overdraft charges and garden gnomes. But your BMO Smart Advantage checking account gives you an extra day to avoid an overdraft fee.
Nice to see a bank cutting people some slack.
Well, mistakes happen, and we give you time to correct them.
So you don't like gnomes, huh? What about that one?
That one I like a lot.
BMO. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to drive in a Fair Oaks Ford today. Save on escape, Mustangs too, cars and trucks galore. Fair Oaks Ford has got the deals that you've been waiting for.
Get 0% APR for 60 months, no payments for 90 days, and $0 down on our most popular Ford models. From Fair Oaks Ford in Naperville. See dealer for more details.
The high school girls swimming season wrapped up last month, but the college swim season is just getting underway. Justin Cornwell has more on a former Naperville North Husky breaking records on the East Coast in a piece presented by Grow Sports Psychology.
Claire Jansen is putting the finishing touches on a record-breaking career with pit swimming and diving, but the former Naperville North star almost missed out on the chance to make a splash at the next level. Claire's athletic plans were shaken up by the COVID-19 pandemic 5 years ago.
I really was into water polo mainly in high school, which was like really fun. I loved it. And then basically when COVID kind of happened, it shut down I think it was my sophomore season of water polo. So I started swimming a lot more, and because you were able to do that without being like around people. And then my junior year swim season, my coach at Naperville North kind of was like, hey, you should look into swimming in college. Like, your times are pretty good. Like, you could do it. So I was like, all right, I'll swim now.
Whether it was swimming or water polo, Jansen thrived in the pool. She grew up playing both sports at Crest Creek Commons with her younger sister Callista. In high school, she was a 2-time All-State selection in water polo. Specializing in the backstroke during the swim season, she earned All-State honors in the 100 back, the 200 medley relay, and both the 200-yard and 400-yard freestyle relays. The shining achievement of her career with the blue and orange was winning back-to-back state water polo championships in 2021 and 2022.
I loved winning my junior year, but my senior year was really special, I think, just because I kind of convinced a lot of my friends that weren't as into like water polo. I convinced them all to like just join the team. So it was like just all of my best friends on this like amazing team. And just winning felt like so surreal in that time. Like it was just so much fun.
Despite all Claire had accomplished, she still had to work to win over collegiate swim programs to prove she was capable of thriving at the next level.
I knew when I was going into recruiting that I had a lot more in me, I guess, because I started late. So I really had to like sell myself to all these coaches. I was like, I can do it. Just like, please recruit me. Please let me come. Let me swim. I'm just really grateful that I was able to prove it and like prove that I can be a lot better than I was.
The University of Pittsburgh coaching staff is certainly glad they believed in Jansen. In her 4 years with the Panthers, Claire set 7 new program records, including in the 50, 100, and 200 backstroke. She's also a 3-time NCAA championships qualifier, and she finished her junior season as an honorable mention All-American in the 100 back. One of her career highlights came in the summer of 2024, when Jansen earned the chance to compete on one of the biggest stages in swimming.
I went to U.S. Nationals in Indianapolis, and I qualified, and that was just huge to see like all these past Olympians there, so that was amazing. And this was the first time that I felt like, oh, like I'm racing these people a little bit. So it was awesome. And then knowing that like I had put my all into like getting to this point, so might as well just like have fun with it when I'm there.
There are still several months of her senior season remaining at Pitt, with a final opportunity to prove any doubters wrong against the best collegiate swimmers in the country before the transition to a career on dry land.
There's just not a lot of opportunity for pro swimming, which is fine. I still love it. I'm hoping to get into this EMT class at Pitt next semester, and then work as an EMT for a year, and then apply to physician assistant programs. That's my goal. So kind of switching my athlete brain not off, but like more towards a career, because it's been a lot about swimming for the past 4+ years.
For Naperville Sports Weekly, I'm Justin Cornwell.
The wrestling schedule is a little different this winter, with a DVC Mega Duel replacing the traditional 2-team matchups for several of our teams. The 6 DuPage Valley Conference teams travel to DeKalb for the inaugural event on the mats.
Out to DeKalb we go for the inaugural DVC wrestling duels featuring 5 of our area teams and the host Barbs. Each team will wrestle 3 opponents, so let's hit the mats. At 106, Matias Jose Garcia defends the Deontay Calhoun takedown and gets on top for some points. Garcia wins by fall and goes 2 for 3 despite the Mustangs falling to DeKalb, Central, and North. Over to Nequa, where Cardavion Gordon cradles up Rowan Patel from Central and holds him down long enough for the pin at 113 pounds. More from the Wildcats as Carson Foley looks to recover after Max Vencia takes him down. Foley reverses gear, takes control of the 144 bout, and wins by pin. Great showing by Nequa, but the Cats go 0 for 3 on the night. To the Waubonsie side, featuring Chase Naos driving all over Jaden Milner. Naos takes the 165-pound showdown by tech fall. Here is Leo Hobson falling victim to the bear hug, but he reacts and turns over Jaden Coleman. Hobson applies a headlock and lets the official determine the outcome, which results in a pin. That's one way to turn it around. Back to Hobson in his next match, showing no love to Jaden Davis and brings him down to the mat. Later on, the heavyweight displays a great escape, retakes command, and holds on for dear life, which culminates in a pin for Hobson. Hobson goes 3 for 3 in his matches. Now we go to Naperville North. Adam Bedon nails Gordon on his back and claims victory via fall. Sticking with Adam as he takes on Matthias Allen Machias. He doesn't get the pin in this one, but nothing wrong with the tech fall. Up next is his brother Ryan, who rides the bull of Vikram Nambrar. Though Ryan wants some more, so he tallies up all the points he can and wins by tech fall. Kai Belize caps off the Huskies' 3-for-3 team performance in the duel with the tech fall of his own on Desmond Stribley. Finally, here's Naperville Central. At 106, Alexi Alginado performs the double leg takedown against Kevin McAlone. It's all over from there because Alginado locks up McAlone in the chicken wing, and that's good enough for a pin. At 144, Jacob Cochran turns Joe Malcolm into the half Nelson, and what do you know, it's another pin. Over to Nick Olvera in the 175-pound match as he runs up the scoreboard on Lucas Marsu, leading to a tech fall victory. More pins on display, this time from Paul Paradati, who wins all 3 of his matches in the duel. Let's wrap up with Kaylin Young getting the pin over Wabanzi's Jamarian Lee. Naperville Central, North, and DeKalb all go 3-0 in the DVC wrestling duels.
Coming up next, it's time to check in with boys bowling as their season rolls into the beginning of the end.
Over the years, NCTV 17 has shown our neighbors, our kids, our senior citizens, our schools, our faith communities, our nonprofits. We've laughed together. We've cried together. Seeing each other, ordinary people doing extraordinary things, captured on video, I believe, has played a huge role in the vibrancy of this community.
Stay in the game with the high school sports coverage you need, delivered how and where you want it. From standout performances to in-depth features and coverage, the Daily Herald delivers the local sports stories that keep you connected to your community. Whether it's Friday night football or standout athletes, if it's happening in your community, we've got it covered. Never miss a game or highlight. Subscribe to the Daily Herald today.
The boys bowling season is entering the final weeks before the postseason. The DVC leading Naperville Central Redhawks visited the Fox Bowl to face rival Naperville North for the second Crosstown Classic matchup on the lanes.
It's the second Crosstown Classic on the lanes of the boys bowling season, with Naperville North hosting Naperville Central at the Fox Bowl in Wheaton. The Redhawks are hoping to remain undefeated in DVC play with the conference regular season winding down. Ian Roddersman with one of the shots of the day as he spins an impressive 3-7 split pickup. Roddersman with a 597 series on the day. Naperville North gets a consistent performance from Nathan Adams, who knocks everything down and finishes with a 463 series, third best on the team. The top score in the opening game comes from Central's Sean Mulvey, a strike to close out a turkey, helping Mulvey to a 240 game 1 and a 603 series. The Huskies get a nice second game from Nick Alexandrov on the way to a 465 series. The 10-pin tips over to complete the strike, as Alexandrov's 183 is the top game for any North bowler on the day. Blake Amptman sees his scores rise higher and higher as the day goes along. The Red Hawk rolls a 616 series, finishing over 200 in games 2 and 3. Nathan Mulligan adds another strike to the North total with a two-handed spin, Mulligan with a 443 series on the day. Brandon Blidek with a strong afternoon for the Red and White as well. He ends his final round with a 205 and a 3-game series of 557. Red Hawk Josh Newcomb continues to be one of the strongest bowlers in the DVC, racking up strikes and finishing above 200 in all 3 games. Naperville North's Henry Haumesser leads the Huskies on the day with the 487 series, catching fire over the final few frames of both Games 2 and Game 3. Grayson File continues his stellar afternoon, scoring a 636 series, the second best total of the matchup, as Naperville Central soars towards a season-best performance. Naperville North gets a solid final game from Anderson Karkanen as he rolls several strikes to end his day. Naperville Central stays perfect in DVC play by scoring over 3,000 on the afternoon. Josh Newcomb leads the way with a 656 series, and it's thumbs up all around after an impressive victory for the Red Hawks over Naperville North.
Welcome back to the lanes for a bowling showdown between crosstown rivals Naperville Central and Naperville North. The Red Hawks triumphed over Neuqua Valley last week and have a chance to secure another DVC win tonight. Michelle Bayek opens the game with a strike in her first frame, giving the Huskies early momentum. Following up on that incredible shot is Alice Cecil in her first of many strikes for the evening, putting up a fight for the Red Hawks. Another Red Hawk, Olive O'Boyle, comes right behind with a ringer of her own. For the Huskies, Grace Weedman finishes off her frame with an impressive spare, putting up a stellar performance for Naperville North early on. Central's O'Boyle ends the first game with another strike, giving the Red Hawks the edge. Game 2 now, and the Huskies start with an assertive strike from Adrian Black, lighting up the lanes. Red Hawks keep up the lead with a strike from Harper Mayfield, continuing the push for Naperville Central. But the Huskies keep fighting, as Ruby Freeman continues her impressive performance with a spare, rounding out her frame and gaining momentum for Naperville North. Here's Harper Mayfield rounding out the second match with another spare from the pocket. Meanwhile, Cecile sends strike after strike, earning herself a 252-point game, breaking the team record and making Naperville Central girls bowling history in a fantastic showing. This sees Naperville Central keeping the edge they needed to come out on top, with 1969 points to Naperville North's 1687. And with that, the Red Hawks tally one more DVC victory this season. It's a boys wrestling showdown with multiple schools at the inaugural DVC Wrestling Duels. Leo Hobson from Waubonsie Valley is having a great day with 3 pins. And here he starts as the victim of a bear hug, but he reacts and turns over his opponent. Hobson's headlock seals the deal for the official to determine the outcome, which results in a pin. That's one way to turn it around. See it again in slow motion. And notice how Hobson doesn't fold when he hits the ground, and instead has some fantastic moves to get himself into the headlock position and lock in that pin. Hobson's escape from the bear hug claims our play of the week.
Coming up next, the first boys swim meet of the winter has arrived. We'll jump back into the highlights after the break.
Okay, 500 deluxe garden gnomes. Wow.
I only meant to order 5. There's not enough money in my account for these. I'm gonna get charged.
2 things I just can't deal with: overdraft charges and garden gnomes. But your BMO Smart Advantage checking account gives you an extra day to avoid an overdraft fee.
Nice to see a bank cutting people some slack.
Well, mistakes happen, and we give you time to correct them.
So you don't like gnomes, huh? What about that one?
That one I like a lot.
BMO.
2 dealerships, side by side, identical in every way. What makes the difference? The experience. That's why more people choose Fair Oaks Lincoln. Incredible selection, knowledgeable salespeople, and a world-class experience you can't find anywhere else. Get 0% APR, $0 down, and no payments for 90 days on our most popular models. At Fair Oaks Lincoln in Naperville, where the dealership experience makes the difference.
The final winter sport to get off the blocks is boys swimming and diving. Waubonsie Valley welcomes Mattia Valley for a trip down Eola Road to get the conference season underway.
Diving into DVC action as Waubonsie Valley Boys Swimming hosts Metea Valley. Last season, Waubonsie Valley was able to claim victory over Metea Valley, but both teams have a strong lineup of returning swimmers and new faces. It's a battle of the valleys that's anyone's game from the Warriors' home turf. Starting off with the 200-yard freestyle. After everyone's strong start, Waubonsie's Sri Amaravati is out in front with teammate Manny Perea and Metea's Nicholas Delgado not far behind. Warrior teammates Amaravati and Perea separate as they race for the first place finish. Waubonsie's Manny Perea gets the victory over teammate Sri Amaravati by less than a second with a time of 1 minute 51.12 seconds over Amaravati's 1 minute 51.23 seconds. While Metea's best swimmer is Nicholas Delgado with a time of 2 minutes and 3 seconds. In the 100-yard fly, Amaravati and his teammate Ryan Oyedijo have a slight advantage over Mustangs Sean Sawicki and Am Day. The two Warriors go on to extend their lead as they race for the wall down the stretch. Oyedijo reaches the wall first with a time of 56.38 seconds, as Amaravati finishes in second in 57.49 seconds. Metea Sawicki secures a 1 minute 1.16 seconds, while Day finishes in 1 minute 2.69 seconds. Moving into the 100-yard freestyle, Mustang Colin Loudon is out in front with Warrior Dawid Kowalwicz applying the pressure. As the race goes on, Loudon maintains his lead and gets the first place finish for the black and gold with a time of 51.13 seconds. Waubonsie's Kowalwicz gets the second place finish with a time of 53.51 seconds. Nearing the end with the 200-yard free relay. Metea's Charlie Whisker and Waubonsie's Ryan Oyedijo are out in front. Later on, both Cole Suwasayak and Dylan Gargis are neck and neck as Anchorlegs Zidane Lamb and Colin Loudon dive in. Lamb secures the victory in a photo finish for Waubonsie. Finley, Suwasayak, Perea, and Lamb finish in 1 minute 36.36 seconds. Metea's Sawicki, Whisker, Gargis, and Loudon lock in 1 minute 36.46 seconds. The final events of the night, the 400-yard free relay. Warrior Lamb continues his amazing night with another strong start to help the green and gold hold an early lead. Lamb's lead helps Manny Perea stay ahead and never look back as Kowalwicz secures the first place finish for Waubonsie. Lamb, Perea, Aiden Miller, and Kowalwicz finish with an overall time of 3 minutes 28 seconds, 10 seconds faster than the top team for Metea. Waubonsie Valley repeats their victory from last season over Metea with a final score of 113-60.
Neuqua Valley is on their home court facing off against Metea Valley in a girls' basketball showdown. The Mustangs have the ball, but when it gets loose, Alexis May secures it on defense. She hurls a great long pass to Nalia Clifford, who has a wide open court. Clifford locks in the layup for a stellar score. We're going to look at that again as May is ready and lunges at the open ball for some fast defense. Just as quickly, May sends the ball far and away in a perfect pass to Clifford, who's all alone and ready herself to get another 2 on the board. That kind of teamwork won Neuqua Valley the game and won our Play of the Week.
And that closes out another edition of Naperville Sports Weekly. Next week will be our final episode of 2025 before we return in January after the holidays. You can find all of our highlights, feature stories, and community sports on nctv17.org. You can also find us across all social media platforms at NCTV17. For Naperville Sports Weekly, I'm Kim Pierce. We'll see you again next week.